Hello, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Urban Empire. I hope you're having a wonderful day, because the people of Kilgannon are not very happy at all. I have currently got a party support of -2, -4 happiness, -3 social life, -4 security, -5 health and environment, -3 personal growth, -4 fun, but 63,000 every month coming in, so that's fine. There's accusations of deceit. Members of the Christian Democratic Party think I am deceitful. I have nothing to hide, which I wasn't able to convince them. All right, good. So the Christian Democratic Party likes me even less. That's just what we needed. Really, really appreciate that one, guys. Okay, so today I want to put a bit of a focus on improving life across the city. And I'm not going to do that by placing things. I'm going to do that through edicts, because I think edicts are going to be the best way to do that without costing me too much money. So what I'd like to do is put forward an anti-blot campaign, which reads, "There is a growing trend amongst the youths and anarchists called graffiti. Public property and space is under attack by tribal-like wall paintings. While a small portion of this movement could be considered art, things being painted often contain pictures and messages that might include dangerous subject matter. The city could mount a campaign to protect public property from being sullied by dissenting slogans and radicalism." Now, what this will do is bring the fun for the youth down by -2, but it gives Kilgannon as a whole, that's what this symbol is, that is Kilgannon, the city, a +2 bonus to physical environment, which is currently at -5. So we are going to propose the anti-block campaign. For the most part, it will probably go through. I'm also going to propose that we join the National Electric Grid, which will bring the monthly city fund expenses for Kilgannon down by 10%. Granted, this reads that advancements in technology and our power plant expansion are allowing us to produce more electricity than the city requires. Joining the National Electric Grid would allow us to sell the excess electricity and earn additional funds. It would, however, require a sizable initial investment. We are going to propose this, even though we don't have a power plant currently, but that'll be useful. We're also going to propose city-sponsored music festivals, which is going to cost City Hall $5,000 more than it's currently spending, but it gives Kilgannon as a whole a boost of +2 for fun and +1 for social life. So again, we are going to propose this. It's likely going to go through without me having to do much for it. Now, the Quarantine Authority Act, let's have a quick read of this, because this could give all citizens a +1. No, it does give a -1 to environment, so let's maybe not do that. We'll not bother reading it either. We have got mandatory vaccinations, which would be +1,000 per month per clinic, extra on top of what we're already paying, but it does give Kilgannon as a whole a +2 for health. So vaccinations are safe and provide some immunity to some of the deadliest diseases humanity has ever faced, such as smallpox, chickenpox, tetanus, measles, and meningitis. Vaccinations are also effective against other, less immediately fatal diseases, such as some forms of hepatitis and HPV. Some studies show vaccinations to be perhaps the greatest public health program in history. Now, this one could be more difficult to get through, but I think as a whole, those 4 pieces of legislation, those 4 edicts, could be very, very good to bring up the environment, the health, the personal growth, and the fun, and most importantly, the happiness of the city. And that's what we're going for. We want to make people happy. We're going to make Kilgannon happy again. There are also institutions, and I'm thinking that the electric power plant could be a good one to have. I'm also thinking that the university could be a good one to have. We don't have the money for it, but it could be good because it does give a +3 bonus across the city to personal growth, which is currently -3. The railway station is cheaper. It'll give +1 to both personal growth and fun, so again, might be worth looking into as well. And the railway station, I do believe, would go somewhere. I'm not entirely sure where. I think it does go, it goes there, doesn't it? So yeah, the railway station could go there. The electrical power plant, I think, yeah, we actually just put that anywhere we want, really. The courthouse, again, is another one that goes anywhere. But again, we're going to need the money first. So, we'll run the simulation. We'll put these 4 pieces of legislation to the council, to Congress, as I like to call them. And we'll see what happens. I'm not going to interfere with any of these until they are about 2/3 to 1/4 of the way, 3/4 of the way done. And we have the Needles gig here. So the Irish pop band The Needles has become a worldwide phenomenon. Their new style of music is exciting adolescents all over Swarelia, and now Peter Shushki has invited them over to Kilgannon. Their music is worrying various parties, and there have been calls to ban the performance. Okay. I could stay out of this, but I'm going to support the gig. Now, that's made the moderates dislike me. It has given me a +1 disposition for the pacifists, and there is a bonus to fun for the youth and a bonus to fun for adults, which is good. Bonuses to fun are good things to have. So we are about 3/4 of the way done with this. It looks like mandatory vaccinations is going to swing towards approve. City-sponsored festivals probably going to swing towards it as well. Again, with the electrical grid and the... So yeah, it looks like everything is going to swing my way without me having to get involved at all. So that'll be nice. There's also shocking music. What's this? A senior councillor from the Christian Democrats heard some rock music on the radio. He was greatly shocked because the lyrics encourage immoral sexual relations, even blasphemy. He wants to ban all music that promotes obscenity. I'm going to veto the proposal, whatever the cost, because I don't think it's necessary to ban it. So we're going to veto that, which has made them like me even less. There is a bonus to a negative bonus to security, but again, the pacifists have given me a +1, so that's not bad. Okay, so mandatory vaccinations. We begin counting. Looks like mandatory vaccinations is going to go through, which is good. So that's passed. We are now spending more money per clinic, but there is now bonus to health across Kilgannon. City-sponsored music festivals. Again, another one that looks like it's going to go through, which gives us bonus fun and social life to Kilgannon, and we are, of course, spending more money at City Hall, but again, not too worried about that. Joining the national grid looks like it's not going to be a problem. The communists, admittedly, did side against it, but I'm not too worried. 4 of them did vote for it, which was nice, so we'll exit that. And the anti-block campaign, another one that really shouldn't be too much of a problem, shouldn't be disputed all that much, is also going to go through. So now if we tick over into the next month, we should see some changes up top. Health has gone up to -4, happiness at -3. Income is up to 74,000, back down to 57, that's fine. And there's a tax proposal. The Pacifist Party is worried that students are burdened with high taxes. Should we lower it a little bit? I'm going to say yes, a little. Why are they against this? That seems ridiculous that the pacifists have just sided against this. So there will be a vote to change taxes by -1% for students. The pacifists like me a little bit. Citizens are again more likely to vote for the pacifists, and a change of opinion on the current vote. Okay, that's fine. So let's have a look at the situation here. So they are now approving it completely. I don't mind going for a 1% change on just students, but I'm not going to campaign on their behalf, because that's not really my job. That's not really what I want to do. And I'd really rather focus on the mayoral elections that are coming up anyway, so that I can make sure that people are generally happy with me as opposed to one party or another. Now, this does look like it's going to swing towards approve, which is good. So the pacifists are going to be happy with me, that's for sure. What is that going to do to our income, though? I actually brought it up. Interesting. The income's going up again. Curious. Let's go ahead then. We have $2.3 million. We could afford a courthouse. We could afford a railway station. I don't really know what the railway station's going to do. We could, admittedly, go ahead and upgrade this, which will give us a boost to companies. It is 2.5 million, though. It does give us a boost to companies, though. It gives a boost to social life at the port and also to fun, but it also gives a +1 boost to all commercial companies. I think that could be important. Now, let's look at antibiotics. Alexander Fleming's invention of penicillin brought hope to many who would earlier have been doomed. With continuing work on different types of antibiotics, it's clear that the population's health is about to rise to ever-increasing heights. The city administration is trying to figure out what the consequences of a longer, healthier life will be. I'm going to say that antibiotics will allow better home treatment, which gives us a +1 to clinics, which is beautiful. Then in public health, improvements in the population's health over the last 100 years have been dramatic. Many diseases that were once lethal are now easily cured. At the same time, understanding that preventative action is the best way to increase general health. Which of the following do I think the public sector can help most with? I'm going to say better health education methods, which gives us +1 per grammar school as well. Health is being improved. This is what I want to see. Let's go ahead and speed up time a little bit so I can get the $2.5 million required to upgrade the port. So there we go. The communists have won the election. I think that's probably okay. Do the communists like me? Yeah, 32% approval. Okay. Let's propose then that we do upgrade. Oh, hello. Okay. This could be all right. What I'm going to do is propose that we upgrade the port, because I don't think it costs us anything extra. I think it just gives us some bonuses for a fairly substantial amount of money. So that's going to be voted on, which is good. I would like to have a look at the mayoral vote. It's currently swinging my way. I have got some goodwill with the pacifists, so I'll encourage them to vote a little further for me, which means they will campaign for me. I don't really want to have to make demands or get violent on this, but I will. I absolutely will, if needs be. What is this? The Kinsey visit. Alfred Kinsey's research in human sexuality sparked huge interest in the US a few years back. Now Dr. Kinsey is touring through Europe both to promote his book and have a much-needed holiday. He spends a couple of days in Kilgannon while passing through Swarelia, and you have a chance to meet him. I'm going to praise his work on improving quality of life, which gives a +4 for the pacifists and a -2 for the moderates. Oh yeah! Moderates hate me. Okay. For the most part, it looks like people are going to vote for me. The communists don't like me. You guys really do, so I am going to plead with you and say that this will create a better future. People are generally siding for against, which is a shame. Actually, there's 18 saying they are certainly against, and the moderates and the Christian Democrats make up 18. There's a lot of swing voters right now. A lot of swing voters. What is important to you? No wealth requirements for voting. Do we have that edict? Is no health requirements for voting, is that currently in place? Because if it isn't, I can make that so. But I don't think it is. Youths on the radio seems like it would be an interesting one to put forward. It would give a bonus to personal growth and fun for the youth. I might try and put that forward. I think I'm going to try and put youths on the radio forward. Granted, it's going to be a tricky one to sell, but I'm going to try it. Upgrading the institution is going to go ahead. The vote for new mayor could go my way. What is this? Oh, the 8-hour working day. This is good. This is good. It is hereby proposed that the standard working day is to be 8 hours long. I support this. I definitely support this. So this could be interesting. Let's see then. So, I don't think I'm gonna interfere in this election until the last minute, because I will get violent if necessary. Absolutely will get violent if necessary. So upgrading the institution, we are going to do. Which is good. This is what we want to do. We wanted to get the port upgraded. It gives us a bonus to business, which is good. Youths on the radio is not going to go through. The vote on new mayor is currently not going to go through, but I reckon I can change that. I'm going to demand that they vote for me. This is a scary situation to be in. This is a very scary situation to be in. That's better. I don't like that I had to bring my my party support down. Wait a minute. Oh my god, this is close. 1 vote. 1 vote was in it. The Christians and the moderates completely against me. Oh wow, okay. Right, youths on the radio. That doesn't seem like I'm gonna get that through. As much as I'd like to, I don't think it's worth putting up that fight right now. So we're gonna begin voting. They are against it, which is unfortunate. It is 1952, admittedly, so to be fair, I don't think people are all that interested. The 8-hour workday, I reckon will go. I think we will go in favor of that in the end. Happiness is at -2, so that's come up, which is brilliant. We are still making money, also brilliant. We should end up seeing companies be less bankrupt as well, which will be beautiful. Also, considering we're making 44,000 and there is a tiny bit of demand for commercial zoning there, I think I am going to go ahead and create a new district whilst we have the opportunity to do so. But I think I might make it over here. Or way up there. Maybe way up there. I think, let's fill in this space to begin with. So we'll do this kind of thing, and apparently that doesn't want to work as a district. Interesting. It's an interesting shape, that's for sure. So that could work as a district. 28,000 per month is maybe a bit pricey. But I'm thinking that maybe what we could do is go for a dense grid. And I'm thinking that we could confirm the land plan and say that we don't want residential in there. What we want is a mix of business. I'm going to say about 45% business, 55% industry. It's only 11. That's not that expensive. So what 28,000 per month? That's fine. Let's do a quick vote on that. Let's get a new district built. Dunhaven. Don't we have a Dunhaven? Good story we had a Dunhaven. Oh no, I know what that was. That was my my live stream city. Okay. New district is going to be approved. The moderates, of course, siding against it because it was me that put the idea forward. So the new district has been approved. Suspicious connections. Councillor of the Moderate Party, Robert. Okay. Councillor of the Moderate Party, Robert Spinner, hangs out with a neo-fascist group which is known for its racist statements and occasional violence. My assistant has often spotted them together and taken photos. I'm going to hand those over to the newspaper, which is going to make no one vote for that party. Considering the moderates are so heavily against everything I do, I feel like that was fair. I feel like that was the right thing to do. Because the moderates have been in the way of a lot of things I've wanted to do. And I just don't appreciate it. I just don't. It's that simple. Now, are we going to see any growth in here? It would be really nice to see some building growth in here. Not currently seeing any. Granted, we are making some decent money still. Public health. So, we've unlocked the swimming hole. We've got waste bins, which would be useful. Let's go to the progress cloud and see what we can do, though. I'm thinking we go back to tier 3 for a second. And I want to start leaning towards things like equality, because it gives me taxing options. And taxing options are useful for basing my taxes on social class and company type, which I think would be good. I could look for divorce, which, I mean, again, I probably want to get, but I probably also want to bring the brain power up. I think that's part of the problem. But I think I will look into, I could go for a bus network. I think I'm going to go for equality, though. I think equality is an important one, so we'll go for that. And we'll keep things sped up. Now, interestingly, we're still making some cash. Looking about, doesn't look like any of me businesses. Well, there's one. Well, actually, no, there's a couple. There's a couple of businesses are still bankrupt, but nowhere near as badly as they once were. Which is good. Definitely good that they're not as bankrupt as they once were. Money's sitting fairly stable. Happiness is still -2, which I'm not entirely pleased about. I would like to look at edicts again, I think. I think it's probably worth looking in here to see what we can do. So, we can... What about vagabond services? What does this do? This is going to cost us a lot at City Hall. This will find the chronically out of work. It'll create work for them and ensure that they work their shifts. It will give more money to the lowest class. It's very expensive, though. Endorse physical education will bring health to students. It will cost us more per grammar school and high school, but I think that's probably okay. So, I think I will propose that. I think we can afford that. Symbolism to theaters will, given the rise of different cultural phenomena around the world, having theaters focus on symbolic plays will lead to them producing more personal growth at the expense of fun and social life. Bonus to fun for all municipal services. Bonus to personal growth for all municipal... What? So at the expense of fun and social life. Yeah, okay, it doesn't say that there's any... granted, no one's going to vote for that, so never mind. Support for family planning. No one's really going to vote for that. I don't really want to have a hard-fought campaign right now. I feel like a hard-fought campaign is not going to do me any favors. We could, again, push for youths on the radio. But I don't think that's going to go through. I think we'll just go for the physical education and leave it at that. That's probably for the best. We'll just not push it too far. We'll not get into any major political fights. Because if we do that, then we have some serious problems. Now looking here, we can see a lot of people are actually low employment, low happiness. We do need to fix that. Low efficiency in the company. There's a bit of happiness there. They're ready to vote on this. Okay. Oh, good. We're going to get that through. Why were the pacifists against that? Granted, there's only 5 of them, and one of them probably changed his mind last minute, but okay, that's an interesting thing for the pacifists to be against. It's healthy. Health is up to -1, and happiness is now at -1 as well, so that was a good thing to do. People are getting happier to be here. That's what I want to see. Interestingly, Dunhaven just doesn't seem to be having much going on here. What about the 8-hour workday? How's that going to go? That also looks like it's going to go in our favor, so let's begin voting on that. And just push that through Congress. I know it's a council, but I like calling it Congress. So that is going to give more social life to everyone, more fun for everyone. Brain power has been added to the university. More social life for everyone again? Oh, that's a demanded change. Okay, so that's different. That's fine. But they still have that bonus to their social life. So if we go ahead and do this, happiness didn't actually change there. But the good news is that fun is now at 1. So, we're getting there. We're definitely getting there. Social life is at 1 as well. So this is going quite well. Businesses are not as bankrupt as they once were. So yeah, I'd say we're definitely getting there. This district might have been a complete waste of money though, because it does seem like it's not building at all. Like there's no buildings in here. There are things, admittedly, there are like little stalls, I guess, but there's no actual buildings, which is kind of annoying. So we'll have to do something about that. We could look into raising taxes to bring in a little more money to then support something like a university, but I feel like that's not the best idea. What might be an idea though is maybe looking into getting the train station. It's expensive. It is 2 million. It's 24,000 per month, but it does give us a bonus to companies. It does give us a bonus to personal growth and fun. Oh, happiness is up to 0. Interesting. I think I'm going to try and get this. Whilst it will bring my income down significantly, I think I'm going to try and get this, and most people are going to vote for it. So we're going to propose that. Communist Party won the election. That's fine. The Communists are at 23%. My approval rating is only minus... Oh, Christ. Oh, that's going to be a hard fight. That's going to be a really hard fight. Okay. Okay, right. Vote on the new institution has been passed. I'm not entirely, not entirely comfortable right now. I'm not feeling great. We are still making money technically, which is fine. Fun has come up to 2. Personal growth is at 1. Why? Why? This could go my way. Do the communists like me? Not really. The pacifists don't either. There is another one in there. I can't really click it. I would really like to click another party. The Social Democrats, do they like me? Yes, they do. I'm going to demand that they vote for me. The communists don't hate me, so I'll have to demand that they vote for me as well. I just need to get them to swing my way, basically. The pacifists have 9 people. Let's demand that they come this way as well. We'll see what happens. Let that tick over for a little while. They might start campaigning on my side. Secret drinking, what is this? A counselor of the Christian Democratic Party claims to be a teacher, whatever. Always preaches about healthy lifestyles. By spying on him, we find out that he drinks secretly at home. Let's publicly question his reputation, which has made them dislike me. Oh, no, it hasn't. Citizens just are less likely to vote for them, which is probably fair. So this thing here is doing a reasonable job. Do we have any upgrades available for it? We actually have 2 available for it. Very expensive, but it would give a bonus to security at the railway station, which is probably something we want to look into eventually. We're over halfway done with the mayoral vote, which is scary, considering how it's looking. You despise the poor, is what you do. You are... I'm going to have to threaten you, I'm sorry. You hate children, is what you do. And you, I'm going to have to threaten as well. You had plastic surgery. There you go. So 16 are saying they will vote for me. 14 against. How many? 7. And hold on, is that 7 in both? Christian Democrats have... Okay, so they're not guaranteed to be against me. The Christian Democrats don't despise me as much as perhaps... Oh, the Centrals. Can I get you to vote for me? This could go either way. And that's really, really scaring me. That is really scaring me. It is hereby proposed that all citizens be allowed to own companies. What would that do? It would change the demand for personal growth. It would increase it by 3. It would add more brain power to the university, and it would also give a bonus of personal growth of 3. And, okay, I support that. No one else does, but I do. Because I'm the mayor that nobody wants. That's basically what's going on here at this point. I'm the mayor that none of them want. They don't want me in charge, but they can't get rid of me. So, let's vote on a new mayor. Oh boy. Oh boy. I'm going to threaten you and say that if you turn me down, it'll be the end of your party. I'm also going to have to threaten you and say that you've had plastic surgery. Then we're going to have to count the votes. And it looks like it's just going to go my way by 3. Most parties sided against me. That's fair. That's probably fair considering the amount of things I've done that have been real dodgy. The thing is, I have brought more fun, more personal growth, more social life, more healthcare, and more happiness to the city. So as much as they may complain, as much as they may disagree, as much as the other political parties may not like me, I think we can all agree that what I've done in the last approximately 6 years since we started this episode, what I've done has been good. I like to think anyway. I like to think we've done some good stuff. This area is seeing some growth, which is good. That's bringing more money to the city. We're seeing even more growth over here, even more growth over here. This is big. This is important. This is good. There is something I would like to propose, though. I would like to propose a change to this district. Actually, is it that district? Possibly this one. No. What about Milton? We could change Milton. Maybe Thornton. No, we'll start with this one, whatever it's called. I'm not even going to try and pronounce that. I want to modify it. I want to propose... Oh, going high density is going to be tricky. So what would this cost in total? 84,000. What does it currently cost? Confirm the cancellation. It currently costs 47. Or does it? No, it costs 92. Really? Really? Okay. Interesting. So what is it? Oh, is that that might be a change in the running cost. That could be risky. Maybe we don't want to do that then. I would like to change the density of the district. I would really like to. I'd like to start getting some medium density things in here, but I just don't think that's an option. What I think might be an option, though, is maybe we go and get more schools. Might be an idea. That said, it probably does make more sense to not get schools and instead save up for the university. That might be a better idea. Dunhaven. Actually, what about infrastructure? Infrastructure is one we could go for. Although security's pretty bad and environment's pretty bad. What about, we go to Kilborough. We go to modified district. I want to place some services. I would like to place a small park. Just in that spot. Confirm, propose. How much is it? 250k. I would use my personal funds, but for the most part, I think they're going to side with me, so we'll do a quick vote on this. We'll get a new park in there. That'll hopefully bring up the appeal of that district. We'll certainly see, anyway. They're appealing. That's fine. They're appealing it, whatever. Get on with it. Let's modify the district, please. Can we have a park? Yes, we can. Good. This is what we need. We need a park. We need a good park. We need to bring the environment of the district up. There we go. Job done. So we should see the does the environment change? No, it didn't, because it was just a park for one district. What might be an idea is maybe going and adding one to this area. Possibly. Granted, I don't think they care. We would actually need, we would need 2 parks for this district. They kind of also want a clinic. They don't feel secure either. Okay, let's make Kilborough an interesting district. Let's make it a very, very appealing district. We could go for a public library. We could afford a public library at that. So let's get a public library. We already have one, apparently. But we're going to get another one. We're going to put it there. I was going to add in a police station, which will make them feel more secure, but... well, too late for that. Well, it isn't, but... It is cheaper as well. I mean... we could afford both. I think I'm going to try and afford both. We'll make Kilborough that kind of super district that we're going to need it to be. And I think I'm also going to throw another small park in there. Actually, no, that seems kind of silly. Right, confirm. Propose. Probably going to go through. And let's see. Oh, we finally got equality. Good. So, it's over a century since the French Revolution gave birth to human rights and the ideals of liberty, brotherhood, and equality. Only now these ideals are spreading like wildfire, and there's call to expand them to cover a wider portion of society. Where do I think we should start? Equality between genders, liberty to pursue goals, or equality of opportunity. I feel like a lot of these are kind of the same. Like equal opportunity seems like I mean, they're very similar. I know these are like much broader subjects than I'm making them out to be. Don't get me wrong. But from a gameplay point of view, I don't know that I want to add $15,000 worth of funds onto my expenses at the moment. It would give women... hold on a minute. So this will affect all female citizens and an age group that's usually dependent on others. So that will give them more money. It doesn't show you this. Like, what does liberty to pursue goals do? So that's given... that's made universities cheaper to upgrade. Okay. Fair enough. So we got equality. What would public opinion get me? The delegation's view. No idea what that is. Antibiotics. Second-hand store. Divorce. Cosmetics. Gets us building protection. Interesting. This doesn't really get me much. It does give me the condenser microphone. Okay, pubs and clubs provide nearby residents additional fun and increase efficiency. Underground transportation. Interesting. Could criminalize jaywalking. We could go for appliances, which gets us a hardware store, appliance store, household appliances, but we don't have electricity yet. Like, we don't actually have electricity working in this place. Unlock high density. We haven't even got medium yet. Let's go for public opinion. I want to see what the delegation's view happens to be. And if we go to the city council and I go to taxing, oh god, I can tax them very differently, can I? Okay. The lower class tax is bringing in... Actually, no, the student tax is bringing in the least. Interesting. Very, very interesting. I feel like I want to bring the elite tax up a little bit. I feel like bringing the elite tax up to like 20,000 seems fair. 20,000, 20%, to match the middle class tax. The working class tax, I mean, I'd love to bring that up to like the same, but I don't think I'm going to be able to sell that. The industry tax could maybe be brought up by like 1%, maybe 30%. That's going to be a hard sell, but 34,000 extra would be nice. Let's maybe cut the lower class tax down to 14. Let's bring it down to 10. Let's bring the student tax down to 12, down to 10 as well. Let's keep working in working at 15, middle to 18. Elite at 20. Business tax up by 1%, please. Let's propose this. This will be a bit of a tricky fight, but I reckon we can make it work. Let's just go ahead and get the modified district thing through so we can make people happier in Kilborough. I do believe this is going to go through. So that's fine. No one party sided against it. This is going to cost us some money, but I think it might be for the best. So we got all those things. We are making less money than we were. We actually spent more money than we have to do that as well, which is a problem, but that's fine. Social life is 2. Safety is only -1. Environment 0. Health 0. This is all good. This is all good to see. Let's look at modifying taxes. So modifying taxes, let's begin voting. I didn't need to campaign to do this, which is good. We just made some significant changes to a district and then immediately brought the taxes up to compensate for it. So we're back up to 43,000 being made. So good. We have citizen happiness. They are happy. They don't feel secure. They're not perfectly secure, but for the most part, this seems good. It seems like we've done some good stuff here. The question as to whether or not I'm going to get elected again, I mean, that's a different story, but we'll find out in a couple of years. I also want to see if anyone can start companies or not. No. There is a very, very strong feeling against anyone being able to start companies. That's a shame, but I'm not interested in picking fights with the other parties. Admittedly, I don't have enough prestige to even overrule this. Wow. Okay. So, the lower classes cannot start companies. What about edicts? What do we have in here? We have a few. We have the Basic Education Act, which would give more money to the working class. It would have a negative impact on personal growth for the working class, though. It would give more money to the lowest class and also a negative personal growth to the lowest class. What about free education? Free education is going to make it $1,000 more expensive per high school, vocational school, and grammar school. It is going to give 15 more brain power to the city and more money to everyone. Will that get approved? I don't know. But I feel like the Free Education Act could be a good idea. It does give everyone more money. I feel like banning obscene music and banning obscene comics seems ridiculous. Let's see, what else have we got? The asbestos insulation is gonna hurt health across the board. Don't want to do that. It does admittedly boost sales of, I assume, insulation. but I don't feel like that's a good idea. So what about funding? I mean, we could bring funding for healthcare up, for example. It's going to cost us 5,000 more than we're currently spending, which we can afford. It gives us more jobs for the working class and the middle class. 3 more for the working class and 5 more for the middle class. And it gives a +2 bonus to healthcare per clinic. I'm going to propose that change. We're going to spend a little bit more money on our healthcare and see if we can just bring that up across the board. I think that would be really nice to do. The mayoral elections are closing in. I would really like to get the Free Education Act through. Although that's going to be a tricky fight. None of the parties... Well, actually, the moderates are... Well, moderate on me. The pacifists aren't. The Social Democrats don't mind me. The Communists... Here's the thing. I can't afford to get into a fight with any of them. Because I want to try and have a mayoral election go through where I don't threaten to, like, steal their kids, basically. I would really appreciate sort of a regular election, sort of. So the Free Education Act isn't really going to go through. The funding change is. So we'll push for that funding change for healthcare, which is good. The Free Education Act. I could spend a bit of goodwill to do this. I could try and get the communists to come over to my side. That might have done it. I have got less goodwill with them. But we're going to see. This looks like it's going my way, which is brilliant. So we are spending a bit more money on all of those things, but we've brought the brain power up. So we're actually making more somehow. Oh no, there we go. That's fine. No, that's fine. Social Democratic Party won the election. I'm pretty sure the Social Democrats are the only ones that like me currently, so that's not bad. I am not gonna win that. Okay. I wish it told me what, like, party you were representing or who you were. I wish it gave me more info on the other mayor. There's not really anything I can do, is there? Like, I can't, for some reason, stab them. I don't know why. I can click on the party itself. Like, if I go to the party's view, I can go to the centrals and be like, hey, we're gonna expose this evidence about you. Which means no one's gonna vote for them. The centrals actually didn't mind me. They're fairly central on me, as it stands. I don't know how I can get this to go my way. The moderates don't mind me, so I'm gonna have to demand and see if they can come over to my side a little bit. Christians don't like me. Communists don't like me. You guys, for some reason, have goodwill with me, but yeah, interesting. Okay, the Social Democrats, I'm going to demand that they come over to my side. And we'll see what happens with this. Anyone can own companies. I thought we just did. I thought we'd... Sure, we'll put that through. I mean, I'm not going to fight for it, because fighting for it doesn't seem like a good idea. But sure. What's this about public opinion? Measuring public opinion scientifically is the latest idea transforming the political world. Your city administration conducted its first survey using Gallup's ideas. On public announcement, which finding do you use to summarize how remarkable the new method is? What? Security concerns. Sure. So everyone wants to feel a bit more secure at this point. Fair enough. Let's look at the vote for mayor. This could go my way. This is fairly even currently. I am going to threaten them. Gonna threaten the communists. If I put it this way, if I can win this election with a -2 rating here, I'll be amazed. Because I usually not, like, I've knocked it down to -6. I've seen it at -8. If I can do this without literally being Frank Underwood, that will be amazing. Now, the vote on mayor is ready to be done. I'm going to threaten you and say that you hate children. And that seemed to be enough to do it. So, sure. Let's begin voting. Looks like I've won. And I won by 5 votes. Everyone was against me. 4 of the parties did side with me. And we're on -2. So I feel like that was a success. I feel like that's one of my more successful elections in a while. I feel like I might be able to get my my political support up a bit. What's this about the Vietnam War? You're holding a speech to celebrate Kilgannon's 140th anniversary and the 20th anniversary of the end of the Second World War. The Vietnam War has been in the news a lot recently, so in my speech, I'm going to point out the importance of freedom, which gave a bonus to security of +2 for Kilgannon. Oh yeah! That's what I want to see. That brought security up to 0. So there are no negative numbers here at all, except for my political support. Okay, that's not bad. I feel like we've done some good stuff here today, ladies and gents. Some companies are popping up as bankrupt again, but we'll deal with that. We have the railway station, which could be upgraded at some point. I don't think this is any upgrades available, does it? No. Well, we don't have the money. No, that's already it already has that upgrade. The railway station has 2 upgrades available. This one here would provide some bonus security, which I might propose. This one's 3.5 million anyway, so I think we will maybe assign this. Everyone's going to try and approve it, so we'll push that through kind of quickly. We'll see what happens. What's this about student parties? Students of Kilgannon tend to party hard. Damn right. You've heard several councillors and others criticize this behavior, saying, when we were young, we spent our nights studying, not drinking. I'm going to say students have always been like this. I think that's fair. There is a negative personal growth for the middle class, but there is a bonus to personal growth service for students of +1, so that's fine. Yeah, I feel like that's fair. I feel like that's fair. Students have always been like this. So we're going to upgrade this. Yes, we are. We're going to vote to upgrade the security at the railway station. And exit and go back to the city view. So did that give us a bonus to security overall? Yes, it did. We're up to 2 on security. Amazing. We do need to get the environment up. We do need to get the city average health up. But this is what I want to see across the board. Positive numbers, happy citizens, and hopefully more of that to come. So, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to leave it there for today. A bit of a longer episode, I do believe, but I think we're on the right path. I think we're getting to the point where the other political parties might start to like me. I'm not going to get carried away with that, but there's definitely a possibility. But with that in mind, thank you kind of for watching. This has been Urban Empire, whatever part it happens to be. Don't forget to like the video if you like the video, share it on social media and all that jazz, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye!